away from me. I think he talking to somebody on the phone. I think she talking to some. I think, Lord, I think my husband is in a relationship. That's what I see. Trust over seeing. A lot of people are not together today because they went with what they saw, what they thought they saw. I show my children, my students, I used to show them a lot of examples. I used to stand halfway behind the door. And I'll just let them see half of my body. And I would just be reaching my arms out, and I would be leaning in where they could not see all of my body. And I'll have another person behind the door. And I said, if you saw this, what would you think? I said, if you saw your best friend and your boyfriend talking to each other, your best friend was behind the door, but the boyfriend, you could see him, and you saw him lean in and push his hands out, and he kept going behind the door. What would you think? What would you think? Because what you see and what you think in your head may be a very, very different thing that was actually going on. You may run up there and push him and look behind the door, and she ain't even there no more because she went on down the hallway. But he was on his phone. He was putting something on the door. He was helping the teacher. Could have been doing anything. But you assume that something was going on. So what we got to understand is what you see ain't always what it is. What you see, now I'm talking to me too, y'all, yes. What you see and what you have proclaimed as facts may not be facts. You need some faith to I'm going to tell you, investigate the situation. Trust. Trust over sight. What that involves is shifting your focus from the temporary. Can you shift from the temporary, from the visible situations to eternal things, to unseen things? Huh? Could you focus on the unseen realities?